What is going on, everybody? It is Big L here, and today we have our NFL Pick'em video for Week 14. I am joined today by Bucks
What's up?
and Gators.
Hey.
Hopefully, Lucky hops in. I kind of dropped the ball and didn't
Speak
get
of the
stuff
God.
together
Speak of
until
God.
this morning.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. He's
Speak of
here.
the devil.
Yay!
Speak of the devil.
Woo!
Lucky's here. So I'm also joined by Lucky.
Oh hey.
I was just going on about how I dropped the ball, and if he's not here, it's my fault. So, yeah. We're here. I have the Thursday added on, so I'm only 1 point behind you, bud.
Yeah.
I'm coming for that ass.
They were close.
I thought it was over early, and then the Steelers remembered in the fourth quarter that, oh, wait, we're a professional football team that knows how to play football.
I think the Vikings remember they're not a professional football team and they don't know how to play football.
They were like, wait a minute. Bucks picked us, so we got to try to throw.
Yep. Bastard.
So how is everybody feeling this week? Feeling good? Feeling good about picks?
No, never.
I feel like I went with my heart on a couple picks.
Yeah, you single-handedly made me make like 3 slides.
Yes.
I hope you're happy. I really hope you're happy with yourself.
Yes.
As you can see from the scores reflected, Lucky is the only person who didn't pick the Vikings on Thursday.
Boo.
And we will just get into it. So let's hop in the first game we have some disagreements on. It was one I definitely expected to be a split. But we've had these where I thought, oh, there's no way we're going to agree, and we all agree. And that is the Cowboys versus the team.
Yes.
Myself and Bucks have the Cowboys, while Gators and Lucky have the team, and this is Gators' upset pick of the week. I thought about this one. I think this one came down more to who had the Cowboys pick to win the division versus who had the team pick to win the division. And since I had the Cowboys pick to win the division, I picked the Cowboys. I also think the Cowboys are the better team. The team is playing well right now, though. Like, they've been playing well, so it wouldn't shock me a bit to see them win this game. But Bucks, what do you think about this matchup here?
I just like the offensive upside that the Cowboys have.
Yeah, I can see that.
More than the team. But Heineke can pull shit out of his goddamn ass, and I hate the man.
Hey,
So.
Jalen Hurts has been doing that all season. pulling shit out of his ass. It's an NFC East thing, apparently.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, this game could go either way, but if it came down to it, I like Dak, CD more than...
If it comes down to a team's going to make a play to win, I trust the Cowboys more than the team.
Agreed.
So, Gators, you made this your upset pick of the week. So what are your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, it was a game that was kind of a toss-up either way, and I figured need an upset. I had the team winning the division at the start of the year, so might as well stick with that. And like you guys said, they've been playing really well.
They have been playing well.
They win the last 4 games.
Hey,
5. I
there's a
think.
little tip for NFL teams. You want to get right, you play the Carolina Panthers. And then you will get right.
They had a couple good wins in that stretch too.
Yeah, they do. They do have.
And,
They beat the Bucks the week before they beat the Panthers.
Yeah.
That's why I thought the Panthers would beat them. I was like, oh, they're coming off a big win. They ain't that good.
But yeah,
And the Panthers should have beat them.
And Dallas is not. They've been struggling last
They have been.
couple weeks.
They do not look like the team they looked like the first few weeks of the season.
No.
But they've still not. They haven't looked bad. But Lucky, what are your thoughts here, sir?
I thought the Cowboys are actually the better team, but then McCarthy opened his stupid mouth and said that he guaranteed that the Cowboys are going to win, and that's never a good thing to do.
Especially when you're Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, so I just think the the football team.
How dare you, sir?
Almost said it. The football team.
My YouTube channel is gonna get a strike now because you almost said it. You almost did it.
The football team's gonna pull it off. So I think they're gonna be pissed at McCarthy, and I love to see McCarthy and the Cowboys fail.
That's fair. I think a lot of people don't like Mike McCarthy. That was kind of a perfect marriage whenever they hired him. Like the team everyone hates, the coach that everyone feels like
he wasted so much Aaron
he
Rodgers
did.
potential.
Because it was like, hey, you wasted Aaron Rodgers' prime. Now go down to Dallas and waste Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott's prime too. Go ahead, go do that, Mike
I
McCarthy.
think Zeke's already out of his prime.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's a running back. Running backs only have like 3 good years.
Yeah.
True.
It is what it is. Moving on. We have the Falcons and the Panthers. And we have the same split. Myself and Bucks picked the Falcons. This is my upset pick of the week. Wrong team favored, in my opinion. And Lucky and Gators have my Panthers. Panthers are not a good football team. They have no quarterback. It would surprise me if they won another game all year. They have a new offensive. They fired their offensive coordinator. There's just a perfect storm for them to just completely fall apart the rest of the season. So that's my rationale. Bucks, thoughts, and I picked the Falcons to make the playoffs preseason. So
This is also just another game where I'd rather go with the offensive upside of one team over the other, and the Panthers honestly have been looking like complete shit. Joe Brady was apparently a nightmare for them. I don't know who's going to be calling the plays.
yeah, I don't
So
either.
it could turn into a huge mess for him. And I trust at least Matt Ryan to, do something against an inferior team.
Lucky, thoughts.
I honestly can't remember why I picked the Panthers over the Falcons. What my reasoning was. Maybe the Panthers are at home. I don't know.
I think
teams
they
bad. Both teams are bad, so I just was like, yeah, whatever. Maybe the Panthers are slightly less bad. It may have been a home pick.
Maybe.
And maybe Cam can decide that I'm back to being good Cam, not that I'm back to being the Patriots Cam.
No, he's not good. He had like 2 good seasons. All right. It's not. Anyway. I'm a big believer in, honestly, I think a lot of things that Colin Cowherd says is pretty stupid.
Almost everything.
But I do like what he says about whenever he evaluates quarterbacks. He's like, take away a quarterback's best season and take away a quarterback's worst season, and you will have what that quarterback is. Take away Cam's best season, the 15-1 season that he won the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Take away his worst season, which I don't know. Pick one of his really bad seasons. And that's what Cam is. He's a low-tier starter, high-tier backup. At best. That's why Tony Romo was so underappreciated. Honestly. Take away his worst season, take away his best season, he was a solid player. He never had like a really bad season. Anyway. That's my opinion. Anyway, Gators, what are your thoughts? Why did you pick my Panthers to actually win a football game in the NFL?
I think I had kind of the same thought process as Lucky. It's just kind of a game. I don't think either team is very good. Just kind of went with the home one. I actually completely forgot that Darnold was not playing, but
I have no idea who's starting at quarterback for them this week.
Shows how relevant the Panthers are.
Yeah. I'm a Panthers fan, he says as he has his Panthers mug out. I have no idea who's playing quarterback for them today. No idea. It's not Cam, it's not Darnold. I'd be surprised if it was PJ Walker. Are they gonna start what's his name from West Virginia? Oh, they used a 3rd round pick on him a couple years ago. Will Grier.
Oh, no, wait.
Are they gonna start Will Grier? Because he's been a disaster every time they've tried that. Anyway, moving on. We have the 49ers and the Bengals. Myself, Bucks, and Gators picked the Bengals, and Lucky picked the Niners. The Bengals looked pretty good last week, but Lucky took the 49ers, so let's hear him out here.
I think it's like the Niners kind of they have to win this game to stay in it, and I still think the Niners are a good team, and like, yeah, their running back's injured, but like that's just par for the course for the Niners. They always have injured running backs, and yeah, that seems to work out well. I don't know. I think other than last week against the Seahawks, the Niners have been playing pretty well too, and the Bengals, they are playing well, but you never know which Bengals team you're gonna get. So I just think it's gonna be a really close game, and I thought that maybe the Niners could pull it off.
Yeah. I can see that. I honestly, this was a game I thought about quite a bit.
So don't let me down.
I thought about this game quite a bit. Because the Bengals have been so Jekyll and Hyde all season. Like, they've had games where they look great. And Joe Burrow looks like he's just a future MVP of this league. And then they'll have a week where they just completely shit the bed. Like, so I don't know. I think I just go with like what Bucks has said for the last couple games. Like, I just kind of go off which team has the more upside, and I think that's the Bengals. Like, I think if both these teams play their best game, I think the Bengals win. That's kind of what I'm going off of. But Gators, what do you think?
Yeah, I pretty much have the same thing as you. Just if the Bengals play well, I just think they're the better team.
All right, Bucks.
49ers are still pretty banged up. CD, I think, is still iffy. And that's pretty much the only real weapon besides Kittle the 49ers have.
Yeah. I'm blanking on his name. The rookie quarterback.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. Is he healthy? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Why
But I
aren't they
think
playing
still-
him?
I think they just really rather the veteran in there right now, especially since
I think
mean,
he's not.
They need to get
he's
him
not ready
reps.
yet. They picked him knowing he's not ready yet. I think they basically said I think they came in basically with the idea that we're doing the Patrick Mahomes, Alex Smith thing.
Yeah, but Alex Smith was actually pretty good. Like, I don't know. Like, and Mahomes was a lot more refined coming out of college than Trey Lance is.
if they
That's
weren't
true.
in a possible playoff spot, he would.
Are they?
Yeah, they're 6 and
Yeah.
6.
They are.
Yeah.
I feel like they're worse
Yeah.
than that. I felt like they were like,
They,
I don't know.
they've
The
been, they've been on a
Vikings
little.
still
They've
the
been on a
Vikings
little
are
hot
still
streak.
in a playoff spot. So the NFC.
The NFC's not. The bottom of the NFC playoff picture is bad. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. I think the top of the NFC is better than the top of the AFC, but I think the AFC as a whole is
yeah,
better
it's
than the
much
NFC.
deeper.
Yeah, NFC's very top heavy.
But did I interrupt Bucks? Was he? I'm sorry.
No.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready to go on?
I think with the Bengals, I think just they're overall just the better team
Yeah. So
as of right now.
all right. So this is two teams fighting for playoffs too. This should be a good game.
So that's,
Mm-hmm.
All right. So moving on, we have the Bucks versus the Bills, and we have the same disparity. Myself, Bucks, and Gators all picked the Bucks. Lucky picked the Bills, and this pick surprised me because the Bucks have been
Yeah.
playing pretty well. The Bills have not.
Not been playing well. This is one where I honestly,
You're picking with
I
your
get
heart,
it.
not your head.
I want the Bucks to lose so that the Packers could have an easier time getting the number 1 seed and be healthy.
But
So
I mean, if you'd have asked me to pick this game before the season, I would have picked the Bills. But
the Bills, I think I kind of agree with. I think the Bills, for some, I mean, they are missing Tre'Davious White now for the season, but like, they still feel like they should be the most complete team. They just haven't
they do.
put it together. And now, granted, I don't necessarily take too much away from last game against the Patriots. Like,
Yeah.
they're
That
not- I
weather.
mean, they very well could. The Patriots very well could be the better team, but like, they were certainly the better team,
For that weather.
more well equipped for that weather,
Yeah.
which is I think why we all picked the Patriots, because the Bills don't really have a great running game outside of Josh Allen. And I mean, when you can win a game throwing 3 passes the entire game,
That's bad.
but I think the Bills have potential, and I'm hoping they kind of.
Honestly, I kind of
play
hope
to
I'm
their
wrong.
Potential to win.
I picked the Bills to win the fucking Super Bowl. Like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope they figure it out. But I don't know. I feel like, and I fucking hate Tom Brady, so I always hope he loses. But I don't know. I just don't see it. The Bills haven't been playing well. The Bucks are playing fine. Like, well, they haven't been. I mean, have they really been fantastic the last month? Not really. They've been fine.
No.
Like,
No, I think
They've
the
been
main
fine.
reason, like, when people talk about, oh yeah, there's like 3 teams that like know who they are, and that
Yeah, the Bucks are
put it
one of
in,
those
and it's the Packers, Bucks, and Patriots, and I think the main reason for the Bucks is because of Tom Brady. Like, if you had any other quarterback, I don't think they'd be as confident necessarily.
and like,
As
they
good,
don't.
But
Winning this game is not very important for the Bucks. They don't care. They don't care.
The Bills need to win.
But all right,
They're-
Bucks.
They're gonna be fighting for
Oh.
better seed though. I'm sure they'd much rather play.
They would, but
Packers
they
and
but they
Tampa
proved
comes
they
down to
proved
that.
last season they don't have to.
Well, no, but you just feel much better going into the playoffs if you're playing the Packers and Tampa rather than Green Bay again.
Didn't bother them last year.
Green
Especially
Bay
with-
and
especially
freezing
with-
fucking cold.
Especially with Rodgers not knowing how to play in Florida for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, Bucks.
It's another thing, like, with the Bills, their offense is just so up and down. The run game is so suspect. And they really only have Diggs. So, if the passing game is locked up, or is at least, Diggs going for like 100+ yards, I think they're an easy team to beat, especially if you force Allen to stay in the pocket. And if you're able to do that, it's basically easy street, I think, to play against them. And teams have shown that, which is crazy, especially the Steelers week 1. And we thought that was an anomaly, but it might not be. So we'll see.
All right, Gators.
Yeah, it's another tougher one. I definitely would not be surprised if the Bills pulled it off. Big Al, I think you said you think the Bills will kind of figure it out as we kind of get into end of the season,
I hope so.
playoff time. And I would not be surprised if they did, but Tampa, they just have so many weapons on that team, good offensive line. They're just hard to pick against ever.
They really
with
are.
The beat up defense, they're just too good to pick against, I think, unless they're playing a real absolute top team.
Like the Rams back in week 3.
Yeah. Yeah,
The
exactly.
Bills are supposed to be a top team, so.
Yeah, they just haven't.
They just haven't showed it.
playing like it.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think come playoff time they'll kind of get back on track. I don't know.
I hope so. I mean, obviously, I picked them to win the Super Bowl, so I really hope so.
Yeah, I think
Like-
3 of us had them in the Super Bowl.
I had.
I think we all did, didn't we?
Did we all?
No, I wanted the State Farm Bowl.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Lucky had the Chiefs. All right, so moving on. Moving on. And this was one I thought hard about. This was the last game I picked. We have the Cardinals and the Rams. I thought hard about this one. Lucky was the only one who picked the Rams. Again, Lucky going solo. Lucky single-handedly making me make 3 slides. Pulling a Gators in like week 3. While myself,
Yeah.
Bucks, and Gators all took the Cardinals.
It's either gonna be a really good or really terrible week for me.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Oh, and by the way, this is Bucks lock. Is the Cardinals.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hey, that might be really good for you the way his locks have been going. Honestly. Like his locks have been going terrible for
Yep. It's too late to jump ship now.
him. So it's like
Well, I'm glad he didn't lock the Packers.
I thought about changing my pick whenever I was like, oh shit, this is Bucks lock.
Oh, man. I was actually thinking of locking the Packers. Too.
Maybe I should change my pick. Good lord.
But I don't know. He'd also been off with the Vikings until this week.
That's
so-
true. That's true. And they tried. They tried really hard.
Oh yeah, they definitely tried. I'll scream at the goddamn TV. They don't fuck me, please.
All right, Lucky. So your rationale here, sir.
I think the Rams are a good team, and I need them to win because the Cardinals aren't losing to anyone else this season.
I could see some Russ magic.
I want that number 1 seed.
I could see some Russ magic beating him.
That's basically my reasoning.
That's fair.
I want the number 1.
Another hard overhead pick.
Yes.
I don't know. I could see the Rams beating them. The
I
Cardinals.
think they could. No, I think they could do it.
The Cardinals haven't been
Like,
phenomenal since Kyler got hurt, and then whenever he came back, he hasn't been great. He's been fine.
Yeah, the Rams haven't been playing all that great either.
No, they
Stafford,
haven't.
Man, something's wrong with Stafford. I don't know what it is. but
Yeah,
something's
he might have some kind of injury that they're not disclosing.
I'm sure he does. He gets hurt every year.
Yeah, seems like it.
He's
Like,
not
I was so
he's not
happy
able
for
to
him.
injury prone because he powers through it, but
I was so happy for him. Like, I'm like, he's finally gonna get a chance to play with a winner. And now I don't know what's going on.
I mean, he
But
still
it's
is.
him.
He's probably just hurt, but
Kind of like
I mean, he still gets a chance to finally win a playoff game.
kind of like Cam. I think it was like Rivera's second to last year in Carolina. Like, they looked fantastic. And then he got the shit kicked out of him on Thursday night against the Steelers, and then he couldn't even throw the ball like 5 yards down the field after that, because they were like 6-2, and then they ended up going like 7-9 that year. But kind of like that
Yeah.
that kind of a situation, only
That's
not that
fair.
bad. All right, so I think this game could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised a bit to see the Rams win this. Like I said, this is the last game I picked. Any time you have that many playmakers on defense, like the Rams have, it's gonna be hard for me to pick against your team. But it's just Stafford hasn't been right, and if Kyler can look like Kyler early season, I think it might be a long day for that Rams defense. So Bucks, you locked this game, so you're pretty confident, at least somewhat. So, what are your thoughts here, sir?
I just like everything that the Cardinals offense, I think, is able to do, especially against the Rams. As long as Kyler isn't getting absolutely slammed, I think that the Rams defense is easily beaten. Like, you saw the Packers, they locked up Donald to where he was barely even a factor
Yeah.
that entire game. So maybe the blueprint is out on that. Ramsey was getting cooked, so I think there's a blueprint on that. But the Cardinals, they have weapons everywhere. They're a really goddamn good team, and their defense is right there too. And I think they're gonna give Stafford fits, especially if Chandler Jones is able to get off a little bit. Ooh-wee. We'll see. I could see this being a blowout for the Cardinals. I just can't.
All right,
I
Gators.
hope not.
Rams have really been struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the main thing it came down to for me. And I don't know, Cardinals just been playing pretty well.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. straight,
Yeah, huh.
concise.
Nothing too in depth.
Just,
one team's playing well,
hey,
one team's not.
hey, you're winning. It ain't gotta be deep. Hey,
As long as you get the job.
that's right. That's all that matters. All right, so moving on is a slide I forgot about, so I had to add it last. And that is the Lions and the Broncos. Bucks coming out of left field, out of nowhere, like an RKO. Bucks is taking the Lions to upset as his upset pick. He's taking the Lions over the Broncos. While
Should've done that
obviously,
last week.
didn't you say in chat that you were thinking about taking them last week?
That was me. I was thinking about.
Oh,
taking them
okay.
Last week.
Well, they lost last week too.
No, that was when they got their only win against.
Wait, I'm stupid. Last week was not Thanksgiving. I'm
So
stupid.
last week was when they got their only win
I'm
against the
stupid.
Vikings.
I'm very stupid. I thought last week was
Perfect.
Thanksgiving for some reason.
I want the Lions to lose so they can have the palindrome record for another week, or not, so they can have a palindrome record. So 1, 11, and 1.
Oh, okay.
Just all ones.
There you go. That'd be cool. So, Bucks, what do you see here?
I look in the mirror and see desperation.
That's it. That's it. That's the reason.
And then, of course, before we record, I look at my phone and see that a bunch of their staff and players are sick. They might have a little roster shortage today, and I go, fuck. And hope a miracle can happen.
He hops in voice chat. He's like, one of the first things he says is, "Did I pick the Lions?" I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "Fuck me."
But yeah,
I don't think we need a whole lot of in-depth analysis from the other three of us on this.
no,
Do we?
no,
Hey,
definitely
the
not.
Lions are not eliminated from playoff contention yet.
That is true.
That gives
only-
me the chills.
Yeah.
Only the Texans are the only team eliminated from playoff contention.
Miraculously.
Bastards.
They could
Poor
still
bastards.
make it, guys.
Hold on, one. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So moving on, I'm gonna mute up for 1 second. So we got the games we all agree on. We all like the Titans over the Jaguars. That is Gators lock. We all like the Chiefs over the Raiders. We all like the Seahawks over the Texans. We all like the Saints over the Jets. We all like the Ravens over the Browns. That is Lucky's upset. How is Baltimore not favored in that game?
I don't know. That's why I was very confused. I think because they lost Marlon Humphrey.
Oh, maybe.
I
Probably.
guess.
Yeah.
We all like
Yeah,
the
they were
Chargers
a little bit.
over the Giants. And we all like the Packers over the Bears, and that is myself and Lucky's lock.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers owns Chicago.
They're favored by almost 2 touchdowns.
Was it like 11.5-point difference?
That was last time I saw it was 12 and a half.
Oh shit.
So do we have anything we want to talk about with these games? Anything? There's nothing really surprising. All these games, I was like, you know what? It doesn't like. I don't think
Well, how many
anyone's. Maybe someone just because of how bad Seattle's been. Maybe someone could have got cheeky and picked the Texans.
I was
Yeah, I
thinking
thought-
about it because the Seahawks are trash.
I thought about the Jaguars actually because Titans tend to their losses are to the bad teams.
They play to their
Oh,
competition.
God.
They do. They
Well,
play to their
after what came
competition.
out
That's a
with-
recipe for disaster in the NFL.
Well, after what came out with Meyer like yesterday, I think they're gonna get the absolute door
Oh,
What
yeah.
happened
blown
with
off.
I didn't hear about that. What
He's
happened
losing the
with
locker
Meyer?
room already.
Yeah. The
Oh.
entire locker room basically hates him. He was calling all his assistant coaches like losers and asking them to tell him what they have done in their career that makes them winners. It was fucking
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
disaster. He's gone.
Oh well, good thing I.
He's
didn't get the
got to
game.
be gone after this year.
Oh yeah, I just checked. The spread's down to 11.5 now.
Is it? Close one then.
So, anyone have anything else?
How many points do we think the Bears are actually gonna score? That's the question.
No
Over
idea.
Under 10.
should be
I'd
single
say-
digits. If
Yeah.
I had to guess.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they got.
Unless it's a blowout early and then they get a bunch of garbage time points.
That's possible.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
definitely possible. Like if if the Packers are in just like dime defense the whole fourth quarter. I mean, and Fields just checks it down and they just go down the field. I mean, that's
Bunch
possible.
of third stringers in.
That's possible.
How did they not?
Bless you.
Oh,
How did
thank
they
you.
not flex this game out? I mean,
I don't because it's Bears
Packers
because it's Bears Packers.
I guess
That's
but
why.
Man, I don't.
Like I mean, what other game would you put there? I mean, Bucks Bills. Yeah, Bucks Bills.
Rams. Cardinals.
That's
Rams Cardinals is Monday.
Oh, that's a Monday.
So Bucks Bills maybe. Baltimore Cleveland. That's a game you could have put there. Rivalry game, you know, the former Browns versus the current Browns. You could have put the Vegas still has a chance for the playoffs. You could have put the Chiefs and the Raiders there.
I thought about that one too, but because the Raiders always seem to beat the Chiefs.
You could have put the Cowboys and the team there too. There's a handful of games they could have put there instead. Yeah, that's true. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 games you realistically could have put there instead. Yeah, Ravens, Browns, Chiefs, Raiders, Cowboys team, and Bills, Bucks all could have been there. All probably would have been better Sunday night matchups. But it is what it is. It's Bears Packers. Like, not really much else to say. Like, it's Bears Packers.
Yeah.
That's like saying, even if like one season whenever like Duke or North Carolina isn't very good, that game's still going to be on national TV because it's Duke North Carolina basketball.
Yeah, it's the right.
That's like it's the coming from the Duke fan in the room. It's the best rivalry in sports. He says in a room full of Packers fans. It's the best rivalry in sports. Fight. You're talking about two schools separated by like 30 miles that fucking hate each other. But anyway, I digress. That'll do it for us today then. So it was good to have Lucky back. Cause I don't think you couldn't make it for like the last two.
Here last week.
You were? I'm my mind is gone. I tell you.
But the week before, yeah. Last week was my first week back.
My mind is gone. I tell you. But that'll do it for us today. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't. If you're one of the 2 people watch this videos. I forgot to even share last week, so I don't think it got any views at all. So comment down below what you think of our picks and let us know what you think, and we will catch you guys later. Have a good one.
Peace.
There it is.